Welcome, my name is Denise and I run the Poshmark Closet Eat Play Love. I went sourcing yesterday morning right when the Goodwill opened for about an hour and a half. Sometimes it can be slow at opening and new items aren't coming out, but I decided to just go anyway. I was pleasantly surprised to be the only reseller there when I first arrived, and that there were a few racks of new items. I sourced a total of 42 items yesterday for $284, which leaves me with a cost of goods average of $6.76 per item. Now, obviously, I paid up for some items and I paid less for some items, but across the board, when I do these thrift hauls, I just like to share what my general cost of goods turns out to be. If I dramatically paid up for something, and I don't really think I did, I will share that. I'm gonna get started right away since there's a lot of items. As I have mentioned, a big part of my sourcing strategy is to pick up Lululemon because I have Lululemon live shows. These are a pair of older Lululemon shorts, the kind that have the bike short liner. And I do like picking those up. That color was really cute. This is a bra. It has a little discoloration in the band, but I decided to go for it anyway. If you are new around here, I do have a video on Lululemon and how to figure out what the style is when you're going to post the items. In all bras, you will find the size in the left, if the size dot is there, disclaimer, inside the left pocket where pads go in. So you just flip open the left side and then voila, you will find the size dot in there. You can then use the information in the size dot to figure out what the exact style name is. I also picked up a couple of Lululemon tanks. Now, to me, these are a little bit of an older style, but I like that they have a really great shape to them. This one in particular, I love the color. To me, it feels like people seek out red, so I definitely went for that one. This one feels pretty much the same, and it's this beautiful plum color. I do think, and I know a lot of people pass on tank tops, but I do think there is a market for long line Lululemon tank tops. A lot of women are working out in the gym, going for walks, working out at home, and they simply don't want to be wearing cropped styling. Some Lululemon tank tops are just very, very outdated. What I liked about these was that they were monochromatic, meaning the liner was the same color as the outside. They had a really great style and fit to them. Let me just show you what an older size dot looks like. It's just gonna be the size. I'm in the left side here of the bra panel pocket. It's so hard to make this focus, but right here, it just says the number 6. There is no little numbers around it that's associated with style. I picked it up anyway, even though it's older. That size dot indicates to me that it's from around 2015, potentially 2014. It's about 10 years old. It looks great to me though. On a whole, if you are just kind of getting started and are looking for brands and items to source, I personally would recommend passing on Lululemon tank tops unless you check the size dot and they're from 2020 or newer. Typically, it's harder to move those styles, but in live shows, I'm able to do that. So I have a particular niche for moving those tank tops, and it's not something I would recommend sourcing across the board. This is a Lululemon Define jacket. As you can see here, that little panel that goes across the back here, that shows that it's a Define. Now this one has some wear to it. It's a size 6. I picked it up anyway. This was $12.99. People love Define jackets. I think it's one of the best selling Lululemon items. Scuba hoodies, Define jackets, do not pass on them even if they're up to like $19.99. Typically you can get $45 to $65 depending on the condition for them. I don't know, maybe I would say up to $15. This is a really cool Lulu piece that I have just never seen before. This was $16. This looks like a Patagonia Better sweater, but it's actually a Lululemon hoodie. So it's fleecy, and gosh, this one almost passed me. I mean, I feel like I'm the super sleuth when it comes to Lululemon. Here is that little tiny side tab tag. And yeah, I almost feel like that could have passed me by. These are a pair of Beyond Yoga leggings. The back symbol has kind of worn off. It does look like a lotus. Let me see if I can find it. It's right here. It's pretty much gone. It's there a little bit. You can see it next to the name here, but Beyond Yoga. So you will see in kind of the next batch of stuff, Space Dye Beyond Yoga leggings are really where it's at, and I have a pair of them that I picked up that are a little bit of a special edition. These are a little bit of a crapshoot, but since they're green and camo, I decided to pick them up anyway, just simply because of my premium athletic wear live shows. People like Beyond Yoga. Here's a pair of Sundance jeans. They're called the Primrose. So Sundance sells a lot of driftwood, and these look like Driftwood produced these for Sundance. I love picking up Sundance. It definitely has a following. People seek out Sundance, so yes, I picked it up. This smart wool tank top has wear to it, but I rarely see tank tops, and since we're going into summer, a lot of people are going to be camping out in the wilderness. People look for alternative fabrics when they're going to be out in the wilderness. Wool wicks away moisture and sweat. Even if you get rained on, you're not going to be cold and wet. So I did pick this up, even though it has some marks on the back of it. I'm going to see what happens when I wash it. Fortunately, there don't seem to be any holes, which is pretty common. I will pick up smart wool even if it has a few small holes, and I just adjust my prices accordingly. Must have been the same person that donated. This is an Ibex wool tank top, and Ibex is actually probably my top favorite brand to pick up in the whole outdoor wool market. This is a little out of pocket for me. I have sold, I'll show you the back first, a black dog sweatshirt before that a friend of mine that I consign with gave me. It was her husband's. I had never really heard of the brand before that. So this is the black dog. You'll also find a embroidered logo on the sleeve, and I anticipate posting this for close to $50. It is substantial, and with it being gray, it actually is in great condition. I have two pairs of packed organic joggers. One is simply a cotton jogger. I loved the size on these. These are an extra large. And the next pair of joggers that I found actually are organic cotton and linen. Here is the Packed tag. Packed is a brand out of Boulder, Colorado, so I love picking up Packed items. I've even gone to Packed sample sales before, and it turned out to be an extraordinary experience. I have sold close to 90% of all the items that I sourced that day, and that was close to 60 items. I do believe that it is the time and just perfect seasonality for this item. This is just a short Everlane trench spring jacket. I love the length of it. Not everyone wants to wear a long trench coat, and comps on that really look to be about $40 to $45. Everlane is a brand that you really need to be specific with. You know, it is a brand that will sell. Some items are just more long tail. They definitely have at least 50 to 75% off of retail price. So if you find something like this coat sold for $150, I'm going to be posting it for closer to $45. I also picked up 3 of these men's shirts, and I will show you the tag quickly, and then I will tell you a little bit more about why I picked these up. This brand is called Thomas Pink. So the brand is actually Thomas Pink. They are from London, and I have sold a Thomas Pink blouse before that was a woman's. Now, obviously, these are button-down shirts. The thing that makes some of the Thomas Pink shirts a little bit more sought after, and these I'm going to show you, they have the French cuffs. So French cuffs are shirts that you would actually wear with cufflinks, and just that really big cuff on it, and then it has the cufflinks. So there's no buttons here. You put your cufflinks in there. I don't know. I think you can actually fold it over. I'm not a cufflink person, and then put the link in like that. This is a really cool brand. These are called Birdwell Beach Breeches. They are made in California, and they sell for $95 retail. They are definitely going to fetch a really great price on Poshmark, simply due to the fact that they're not commonly found. It's definitely not an oversaturated brand, but it is a coveted style. Corduroy, obviously modeled after the OP shorts of the late 80s. I mean, same exact design. I did pick up 2 pairs of shoes as well, and one was a pair of Birkenstocks. I may keep these. These are leather ones. You know, Birkenstock has moved to a lot of synthetic materials in their straps, and since these were the genuine leather, I decided to pick them up. This is the style that goes up around your ankle, and I don't have a pair that's this chocolate brown. They were my size, so I got a little excited, and then I picked up these Anthropologie ballet flats. They're in really good shape, especially for the color and seasonality of something like this. I didn't want to pass on. They're lovely. I have my other stuff in another bag, so I'm gonna switch things out and be right back. All right, let's move into the second bag that I have. So I'm just gonna say the majority of these items to me aren't items that really knock it out of the ballpark that I was over the moon excited to find. They're $150 items that I can sell, but I do feel like they are items that will have a faster sell-through rate. They will sit for less time in my closet, and they will definitely get me to that $20 to $25 profit margin after Posh fees. So that's really what this haul was. I'm really looking to make $20 to $25 per item on all of these items, and some of them may make a little bit more and some may make a little bit less, and it all kind of evens out, just like my cost of goods. These are another pair of packed organic leggings. I loved the size of these. These are an XXL. They are organic cotton, and they happen to be new with tags, which doubly excited me. Here's another pair of packed organic joggers. It seems like maybe the same person made a donation of some of their packed items. To me, I can sell packed joggers for up to $55. These are all in really great shape and they're extra large, which is lovely. I mean, I easily sell small and packed all the way through XXL. Whole gamut. People are really seeking out packed because it is an organic cotton brand and they are looking to move away from chemicals and synthetic fibers in their everyday wear. These are a pair of Madewell, oh my goodness, I want to say they're linen. They're 53% linen and 47% viscose. And they are a wrinkly mess, so they're going to need a good steam. But these are a size 14. And I'd like to show you the exact reason why I picked these up. If you look a little bit closer on this tag, it says SP23, which means these were released in spring of 23. If you are picking up Madewell, I highly recommend seeking out sizes that are medium through extra large. I loved the size of these. I love that they're a year old. I don't have like any reservations about those selling and quickly. These are just another pair of packed organic shorts. They have a super comfy, cozy waistband. And just to be straight up, they're probably going to be tried on by me after I put them in the wash. This is just a Third Love. I adore picking up Third Love. Definitely a t-shirt style bra. It's the kind that has the molded foam. There's not a separate little insert on the inside. It's all one piece. This is just a size medium. I'm going to be trying it on. It's potentially going into my wardrobe and circulation. I love that color because you can wear it under white and it doesn't, you know, when you choose to wear like nude color bras under white, it's not shown through like a white bra does. Here's just a pair of perforated vented Lululemon shorts. They are a little bit of an older style. Here's another crew neck that I picked up. This brand has successfully sold for me in the past. I don't know if you would easily source it, but it's called Jung Maven. And I have picked up a Willie Nelson logo t-shirt that fetched, I want to say, at least $50. It is a brand that's made in the USA. It feels like one of those little cottage brands. They use really cool techniques to dye their fabrics. I picked up 3 pairs of jeans. The first pair is a little bit of a crapshoot. I love picking up Redone. I just haven't had much success with them selling quickly. I'm just wondering if it's the style that I'm picking up. Redone sells for $250. Basically, the premise behind the brand Redone is that they actually take a lot of old Levi's and then they restyle them into a modern fit using vintage denim. That's the bottom line. I cannot guarantee, just not having done the research yet, that these are a pair of those, but that is the general premise of the brand Redone. I also found 2 pairs of denim Forum jeans. Denim Forum is an Aritzia brand. One is the Yoko High Rise and the other one is the Joni High Rise Loose. They are both longs. And I have found that people seek out Aritzia jeans, particularly denim Forum. This color I prefer over the darker wash. I just think the light wash is where it's at and people are definitely wanting this color wash. I have a friend who came to visit. Come here. He's little, I opened the garage door halfway and I have a little crate out there that, a little gate that like keeps him from going anywhere that we used when he was a puppy. So, hi buddy, you're hot. You're out in the sun, huh? What a good boy. Okay, Louis break is over. I just got a few more items in this bag. A J. Crew 365 size 6 blazer. J. Crew blazers, I mean, basically fly out of my closet. I found a Swiftly long sleeve top, and by the time I found this one, there were other resellers checking out the new racks, and I thank them for leaving this Swiftly long sleeve behind. Now, if you pick up Swiftlys and you flip the band, you race you. There we go. If you turn it up in the bottom of Swiftly tanks, short sleeves, long sleeves, race length, long length, old ones, new ones, that's where you find the size if the rip tag has been pulled out. Ironically, I often joke about this one in, one out theory that I have. Basically I sell a pair of mother jeans and then I happen to source a pair. It's like one goes out of my closet, one comes in. What's really funny about this, I made a lukewarm decision when I picked this up. This is a Calypso St. Barth's silk tank top. This is 100% silk. Now, this brand in general makes really beautiful dresses. Their clothes are high-end, but I do have to say they are very long tail items for me. I've never sourced the really, really cute floral midi dresses or mini dresses. I've always sourced these one-off pieces with really nice fabrics. Interestingly enough, today I just sold a Calypso St. Barth cashmere sweater that's short sleeve in a camel color. So it's just like pretty funny. I did the one in before I did the one out, but hey, I'll take it if it's within hours of one another. Okay, here's the updated Beyond Yoga really popular style. This is the space dye I was talking about. Space dye is very, very movable fabric. It's typically going to have variation to the color of it, almost like it is heathered or marled, as we like to say. Here is the real logo on the back. Very hard to see, but right there. And then what's special about these, you might think, what is wrong with those pants? These are actually called Beyond the Bump. These are maternity leggings. So that front panel is designed for a beautiful pregnant woman who is active and doesn't want to miss a beat and still be able to wear her Beyond Yoga pants. I love that. Lululemon doesn't do that. They should. They should. This next sweater was a pickup Marie Aubach, I think, Aubach. This is a Coogie style sweater from the 80s. It has one mark right here, but I know that I can work on that mark. It's the patchwork cottony oversized. What sealed the deal for me and made me want to source this was actually the colorway. A lot of the times these are bright red, purples, yellows, which makes them highly coveted for the people who love those colors. I love that this was a more natural colorway for people who love the style but don't necessarily want to be wearing bright colors. This is a Kooples Western snap, pearl snap button, really cute, mini dress, tunic, top, whatever you want to call it. It's a little bit of a baby doll styling. It's hard to show on camera, but it has a little bit of like a white print to it. The Kooples is another one of those brands that sells for a really high price point and has fairly good comps to it. To me, it doesn't sell really quickly, but it does sell solidly. I'm probably gonna list that for 55 to 68. I'm not quite sure yet, but it's definitely the lowest of that. On that end is going to be 55. And then I have a little stack right here. I'm going to tell you specifically why I picked up these shirts. I found 4 Ralph Lauren men's short sleeve Oxford style shirts. Now this one's linen. Take a look at this. The modern production of these shirts now actually have a little QR code. You take a picture of that QR code and it will say the shirt is authentic. This is a 2X. This one is a 3X LT, which also means it's a tall. This one is a stripe, lightweight, a little bit more like Oxford material, but they're a fun tie-dye. One is a blue, one is a green. Both short sleeve as well. These are both 2X tops, so it must have been the same person who made these donations. Now on those shirts, in general, Ralph Lauren long sleeve Oxford shirts, very, very saturated market. Really hard to fetch high price points on those. The short sleeve ones, obviously seasonally right on point, right? Going all the way through probably October. And for people who live in places like Florida, Hawaii, you know, it's just like those shirts are on point. California, Texas. Reasoning behind why I sourced these items was simply because of the size. If they were a small or a medium, I definitely would have passed on them. A large, I maybe would have picked up the linen one, the orange one, and the seersucker one, just simply because I know linen, yay. Seersucker, people love seersucker for the kind of coolness of them in the summer. The other two Oxfords that were tie-dyed, I probably would have passed on if they were different sizes. I am contemplating trying to sell them together. We'll see. Sometimes that works. Sometimes that's a great strategy to kind of sell a listing with 2 items to the person who they know they're looking for those items. That was my haul. That was one morning at the Goodwill, and it was an hour and a half at that. So I am super happy with that. Now, yesterday I went to the DMV in the afternoon, and the DMV is appointment only. My husband happened to say to me, okay, I'll give you 15 minutes at the Salvation Army. And so I took it, and this is what I got in 15 minutes. I got this Free People tunic length top or whatever. It is possibly, I'm probably gonna sell this as a mini dress. I did love the embroidery on it. This was sold to me because they used the menu pricing at the Salvation Army. I paid $3.99 for this. I paid the price of a long sleeve shirt versus a dress. I found this really lovely old Johnny Was linen dress. So pretty. It looks to me like it has this beautiful silk hemline. I didn't look on the inside for material tags. I really just paid attention to the condition. There is no clear marks on this or anything to me. This was made in the USA and it's 100% linen, and the bottom, as I suspected, is actually silk. I am thrilled. I don't know if I have a size on this, so it's just gonna have to go by measurements. I will put in the size, see measurements. I also need to do a little bit more looking closely, but I do think this dress is so incredibly lovely. I was so happy to find it. I found a pair of Levi's overalls. What's funny about this is that they actually put an orange tab on these. These are obviously modern production short overalls, short coveralls, and here is the orange tab. They are a size extra large, which made me over the moon excited. And the last item I happened to find, I lucked out, was a pair of Mother jeans in this really fun kind of blue purple color. These are the Stunner ankle fray. The color is called Playdate. When I was checking out, the women said, are these kids? I'm gonna ring you up for kids. Thank you, Mother Jeans. So I paid whatever the kids menu pricing is at $2.99 or something for these jeans. Anyway, that is all I have. I spent, as I mentioned, in total $284 at the Goodwill. I spent about $25 for those 4 pieces at the Salvation Army. I'm about $300 all in for 46 pieces. Now I need to get these all in the wash and cleaned, and then I need to get them posted. I was just mentioning today that I am down about 120 items in my closet. I'm about 680 and I normally have 800. Now my bigger theory here is everyone says list, list, list to make sales, and my sales are not down and I am still selling items. Now I definitely want to get back up to 800, but I just want to say, is that theory true? Do you have to list every week, every day, X number of items every week to keep sales?